Hello there, Manisha. Alright, let's go. A proverb. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It's totally apt these days. Okay, be careful about using these. Alright? I would stay away from it because it's quite risky and we don't usually use these kinds of phrases in our formal academic essay. Okay? In journalism, on newspapers, it's okay. But in these academic essays, I wouldn't do it. I completely agree that children need to do various other activities like playing games on electric devices or participate in sports activities rather than just reading for their all-round development. Okay, good. Remember, if we're doing the comparisons, use rather. You may also want to look online, research the theory, do some online quizzes, and then write out 5 sentences and include them in your next essays. And I'll give you feedback on them, okay? Because it's a useful structure to learn and to get completely comfortable with. Reading definitely has a multitude of benefits, but there are certain skills which can be gained from playing on game consoles rather than solely engrossing into a book. I wouldn't have said engrossing, I'd have said rather than solely being engrossed in a book. But even then, it's not entirely appropriate. I think rather than solely reading a book would be fine, okay? Not only playing different genres of games on a PlayStation can make children active, but also helping them to increase, but it also helps them to increase their spatial awareness. For instance, according to research carried out by the Indian Institute of Management, the children who spend approximately 2 to 3 hours in a week on the PlayStation, capital P, capital S, like you did before. These are brands. PlayStation's a brand, so we just keep it simple and say 2 to 3 weeks on a PlayStation tend to grasp things 10% faster than their counterparts. That would be perfect, okay? So first of all, we need to sort out the articles here, all right, in the first part, and then we need to just say PlayStation like we did before, on the PlayStation, and then just delete that. And it's Microsoft Xbox as well, but that's irrelevant. We're just going to delete those 4 words, okay? And then we've got a perfectly good argument. Tend to grasp things. What could we say instead of things? Tend to grasp concepts, yeah? 10% faster than their counterparts. Good. Therefore, engaging children in games consoles has clear advantages over reading. Other than that, okay, be careful. We don't start off the paragraphs with this. We can just start off with even physical activities such as sports have a positive, tremendous impact on young ones. Good. This is because it involves dealing with competition and challenging situations. Moreover, it also makes children physically fit. Good work. Now, I don't know if you did this on purpose, but what you did was a good use of style. Mixing long sentences with the short sentence occasionally is good. Don't think that we have to write long, complex sentences. A mixture is the best way. It sounds more natural. A medium sentence, long sentence, a short sentence. That's the natural way. And what you did just then was exactly that. So well done for that. For example, the Indian Health Council, check your capitalization there, is it a proper noun? Have noticed that children playing sports such as basketball, cricket and tennis, no capitalization here, are 20% more likely to perform well in tense situations compared to those who do not practice sport. We have to be specific here because we don't know here. If you say compared to others who don't do what? Perform tense or play sport. I know you're assuming it's playing sport, but we have to be clear, okay? Perform well in tense situations as compared to those who do not play sport. Also, we cannot have contractions in formal essays. Be careful. Consequently, such types of physical games instill sportsmanship or instill a sportsmanship spirit and make the younger generation mentally and physically strong. Excellent. In conclusion, no capital R. In conclusion, reading surely has numerous advantages to offer, but other activities such as, okay, like is okay, such as is much more formal. I think if you used a mixture of like and such as would be better. Such as indoor activities, indoor and outdoor games are equally important because they offer various benefits which reading alone cannot. Fantastic. Great start. Don't worry if it sounds a little bit basic now. We've got the structure there for the first essay, so that's genius. Well done, Manisa. Some people opine that schools should have various extracurricular activities rather than just imparting bookish knowledge. I would be careful about using bookish. Okay, bookish is fine. I just researched it. I thought it was just a colloquial word, but it's actually in the Cambridge English Dictionary and the American English Dictionary, so my mistake. I totally agree with the former view. This essay will discuss the impacts of various entertaining activities, such as music, dance, and drama on children. Good. Education undoubtedly is imperative, but along with that, various extracurricular activities should be there in schools for making it more enjoyable. So here, just to make your writing, I'm not correcting it now, I want to improve it. And this is what we call redundancy. Yeah? So education undoubtedly is imperative. However, various extracurricular activities should be there in schools for making it more enjoyable. Okay? And if I just say however, one, it sounds more academic than but also it's more concise. I'm just saying roughly the same amount of information as you're giving, but I'm using less words, and this is writing in a succinct style, which is what should be in the back of our mind when we are writing our essays. Conciseness is an attribute in English for formal academic writing. This is because when children are taught about things other than numbers, history and language, so once again we've got thing, we had it in the other essay, we could say concepts or subjects. There's lots of different words we could use instead of things, okay? So about concepts other than numbers, history and language, they find it refreshing. Activities such as, so we've already repeated this, okay? Be careful about repetition. We're going to look at that in the next chapters, but try and use synonyms or different structures, okay? So, let's see. Physical activities such as music studies, such as music and dance or theatre, yeah, music studies, dance and theatre studies, gives a break from a monotonous school study schedule and thus helps in improving the concentration of students. For instance, Delhi Public School in India offers, if that's one title, if that's a proper noun, it should be capital S here, and it's all one proper noun. Okay? For instance, Delhi Public School in India offers activities like singing and dancing. Still, students of this school are always on the list of the top 10 scorers in academic studies. Okay, so be careful, that last part. Still, students of this school are always on the list of the top 10 performers for academic subjects, okay, or in academic subjects. Secondly, young students enjoy going to schools if they are offered something other than, so we don't need a comma there, it's fine. If they are offered something other than just academic education, children enjoy taking part in sports activities and they feel fresh if such activities are there in between of their regular studies. Good. As a result, students will look forward to going to school and enjoy the process of learning. For example, according to research by the Indian Academic Council, should that be capitalized as well? 8 out of 10 schools which offer sports classes have 90% of attendance of students, have 90% attendance, while their counterparts have just 70%, full stop. So going back to what I was saying before about redundancy, you saw me jump over a lot of words that were not necessary. And the reason is, Manisha, is that if we can say the same with less words, we should do it. So a good way to practice this is imagine we're paying $10 per word when we're writing our essay. If that was the case, then we would quickly reduce the word count, and this is when the writing starts to improve, when it's got less fluff, less fat, and more meat. Okay, so just bear that in mind. I want you to go back over the next essays you write and just look for opportunities where some words are not necessary if we want to communicate the same. In conclusion, it is essential for the schools to make the process of learning entertaining so that students feel motivated to go to school, and other than that, okay, comma, furthermore, yeah, so this is a perfect example. Comma. Furthermore, it also improves the concentration and cognitive abilities of the children. Fantastic. Great start there. So what I want you to do now is implement all the corrections that you've heard. Send me back your corrected essays. Make a list of the mistakes that were made. That's your personal error list. And then when you write your 2 new essays, your 2 next pieces of writing, check them for mistakes that you made before. Okay? All right. Have a great day and keep on working. You're doing fantastic, Manisha.